Hello guys and girls, and welcome back to this lesson about English literature. Today we are going to talk about sonnet construction with regards to the Renaissance and everything. Important to know here is that we have two different kinds of sonnets are quite popular. One is the Petrarchan sonnet, and the other is the Shakespearean sonnet. So let's get to it, shall we? Now then, Petrarca, the guy who's behind the Petrarchan sonnet. Who was he, anyway? He was an Italian poet and a historian who lived he lived in 1304 to 1374 and was a part of the Italian Renaissance. And he figured out a sonnet form that has the theme of celebrating beauty. The Petrarchan sonnet is a bit over the top sometimes. I mean, a girl is not just beautiful, she can be like the most beautiful thing of all time, and nothing can match her and all that one. Yeah, a bit too much. And funnily enough, since this is Italy, the women in these poems or sonnets are often blonde and have blue eyes. Not always, no, but often. And yeah, it's the exoticism, I think, that makes it beautiful. I'm not sure. That's my personal opinion. Anyway, in the Petrarchan sonnet, the love interest in the poems are described as more beautiful and more perfect than nature. Which is not surprising, seeing as we think that art is better than nature, and then you can imagine that basically what they're saying is that the love interest is like a work of art, right? Now then, nobles in England, like Mr. Philip Sidney, love the Petrarchan sonnet so much. They think it's beautiful, they think it's perfect, and just about complicated enough to write. Rhyming patterns in the Petrarchan sonnet starts quite logical. I mean, they usually follow the pattern A, B, B, A, which means that A rhymes with A and B rhymes with B, right? But the next sections are quite complicated. Remember that the letters always have to rhyme with each other, so C rhymes with C and D rhymes with D, and etc, etc. You can have a look at this for a while, but yeah, it is quite complicated, huh? Moving on then to the Shakespearean sonnet. Now, Shakespeare, who has come in contact with this Petrarchan sonnet, he basically loathes the idea of Petrarchan beauties. He mostly expressed that women or love interests of all kinds are not more beautiful than nature, and he does not over celebrate them like that. His love interests usually have dark hair and dark eyes instead of blonde hair and blue eyes. And Shakespeare's sonnets often suggest that love should not be based on how a person looks, but rather how they are. Which is just quite beautiful, I think. Now then, love can be both tragic and comical, so don't count Shakespeare out yet. And Shakespeare also thought that the rhyming patterns were a bit insane, so he made up new rhyming patterns. So remember, A rhymes with A and B rhymes with B. So have a look at this one. And it is quite much easier, right? Oh, quite a bit easier, sorry. I've been switching languages all day, but that's not an excuse, really. Right, now then, let's see if we have any more slides. Yes, we have a task, you see, with regards to rhyming patterns and the themes and all that. What I want you to do is to have a look at Philip Sidney's sonnet, Astrophil and Stella, and you can have a look at William Shakespeare's sonnet 130. And what I want you to do is to compare the rhyming patterns and how the love interests are described. Can you see the things that we just talked about? Is the question. Until we talk again, dear students, goodbye.